Greetings all, it's Gerald Clark with 7 Planet Broadcasting on March 14th, 2018. I wanted to do a quick show for you guys to correlate some really profound things that I've discovered just watching what's going on in my neck of the woods. And the first thing I want to show you is a video that I discovered by accident from a fan that sent me some pictures. And I didn't know where the pictures were from, and I backtracked and found this Insolita Experiencia and used that hashtag to locate this video. It took me a while to find the original source from the images that a friend of mine out of San Diego sent to me. So I picked a couple of times out of this video. I just want to show you some pictures real quick. This particular beginning photo is a place called Guachamantes, which Krista and I have had interest in since we got looking at these ancient pyramids. And it has 52 steps and it's perfectly round. And I'm going to do some more on this one, but that's not going to be the focus for today. But because he showed this image and then some other images after it, and I'm going to take you to the time where that occurs. I think it's about 2723 is the first one. Okay, right about here. Let's start right there. Okay, and I'm going to let him talk. This is Shaman Paulino, who's doing the presentation, and this was from a conference. I believe it was in June of 2017, and it was held in, I want to say Tijuana. Okay, but anyway, I'm going to let him talk to this, and then I want to talk a little bit about this picture. But what drew me in was these depictions of these various races here, as you can see, interacting with the followers of Quetzalcoatl. So check this out.
El personaje de aquí es Quetzalcoatl. Este de aquí es su padre de Quetzalcoatl. A él están rindiendo tributo. Si él iba a ser rey, es hijo de un rey también. Este es su padre, y aquí de este lado hay este personaje que me llama mucho la atención que aparezca aquí. Si ustedes ven esta raza, no es igual a esta raza, pero por la posición en la que aparece.
Okay, he's attempting to discuss the relationship of Quetzalcoatl here to all these aliens and what it is they're doing. I just wanted to point out some really crazy stuff in that there were a couple of depictions of them interacting with fire, and it looked like they were smelting something. So very, very crazy. If I had to put a label on the races that show up on this diagram, these long cone head looking aliens here, I would call those probably a race of reptilians or Dracos. This looks like a hybrid being of a mixture of the two of them. And this is an alien. I would call this an alien gray, very short, or some sort of gray species. I know there's several of them. And this being with the big headdress, this is really, really nutty. I don't quite know, but it is clearly in charge, and there's some weird writing underneath here as well. So the next point in this video I wanted to take you to was at time 2956. So let's check this one out. 2950, 50, somewhere in here. Okay, so I believe this one also. Let's see, what was I showing? There was an alien and a UFO in here. I don't think I went far enough. 2956 here. Okay, this one. Wow. All right, so check this out. So starting up in this left-hand corner, we see a pretty detailed depiction of a UFO, which is pretty common in our MUFON and reporting in modern era. Here's another one over here. Here's one of the alien grays in some sort of outfit. Look at the large round eyes with the head shape. And there's just a lot going on in this picture. I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but some of it seemed to be making offerings to these beings relative to possibly human body parts. I'm not quite sure what all is going on in this one, but the Shaman Paulino attempts to explain it. The next one I want to take you to is at time 3230. Okay, right about here. And this one shows some really bizarre. Did I go far enough? No, must have not gone far enough. 3240? Maybe I didn't go far enough. Oh, 3250. I'm sorry. 3250. Okay, let's go back right here. There we go. Okay, now this one, this is Quetzalcoatl here. Okay, and he's using his laser pointing at him. Interesting symbology on his body. Actually, there's a star symbol, triangles, circles within circles. There's some crazy glyphs down here as well. Then all of a sudden you get down here and you see this Draco, I guess, or reptilian, is holding a rock, and this one's holding a rock, and it looks like they're involved in some sort of building tech edifice, like jointly working together. And then you move up to this one, and it looks like they're working with fire or smelting, probably involving gold. So here you have one of the alien craft. I don't know if this one's affiliated with him, and then there's another one over here that's affiliated with this one. But these little glyphs coming out of their mouth indicate speech. So it's really kind of crazy. So here we have pyramids, alien craft, aliens themselves interacting and possibly involved in building and gold mining or some sort of metal mining. Okay. So then we go on farther and we get to 3930. Look, wait till you see this one. Okay, 3930. Right there. Okay. Now, these ones are giant. Okay, look how big these beings are. Look at the elongated heads and the weird eyes. Okay, alien craft affiliation. I like this crazy looking staff right here. It doesn't look like a weapon. It looks like a symbol staff with a circle in it. Gee, we've seen this symbol before in Egypt and elsewhere. Even Amun-Ra had a symbol like this with a solar disk on it. So that's like the sun and the moon. This one looks like it's holding a spear, he, she, it. It's sitting on a seat that looks like a symbol of its head, which is pretty bizarre. Whereas this one's sitting on a, looks like some sort of platform. And then look at these small ones down here. These are, I look like they're in a supplicated kind of position. And this looks like a female, very large, that also is either partly of this race and partly of another race, but you can see the eyes are similar to this one. But it seems to be giving birth to these hybrid ones. Very, very interesting to see this. So let me go to one last one here, which I thought was just kind of like the penultimate. Let's see if I can find it. This one. Yes. Okay. Now this one, Shaman Paulino was explaining it, and if you speak a little Spanish, you can listen to this one, and possibly even put closed captions on so you can listen to it as well. I thought this one was just spectacular. These are the various races of Mexico. And one of them, I believe he said either this one or this one was the race of the Guachamantes that comes from that first site of the circular pyramids that he showed in the beginning of the document. Note the Aztec calendar or Mayan calendar here, a UFO, which is just right in the central focal point of thing at the peak of a step pyramid, or like the pyramids you see in Mexico and Honduras and Guatemala. And so here are all the Mexican races on this side, and look at the alien races on this side. So they're somehow cooperating, doing something, even though this one looks like they're offering up a body to be taken up in the ship. I'm not quite sure what this is. Maybe this is part of the abduction program that they agreed to. Who knows? But it's interesting. This one has more of an elongated head and has a weird thing on its back that doesn't look like a normal human back. And this one's got an elongated skull without having the edifices that this one has. So it's like there's a variety of a mixture of these ancient beings here. And you have to ask yourself, what was the relationship of these ones to all of these that were followers of Quetzalcoatl? So it gets really kind of nutty. I don't think there's anything else on this one I wanted to show you. But what I wanted to show you next was, let's see if I can find it, was a, let's see, let's close this one out. Okay, close that one down. This place here caught my attention because I noticed a whole bunch of artifacts were coming out of here. I'm going to move myself up to right up over here a little bit. Okay. Now, so this is the area we're focused on. This is Aguas Calientes, Zacatecas up here, Guadalajara here. This place is called Ojuelos de Jalisco. And this place caught my attention because of the kind of the stuff that's coming out of here. Let's pull up a satellite view so we can see this. A whole bunch of stuff is coming out of this area, and I haven't researched it thoroughly, but there's some videos of some folks online that have been releasing some artifacts that they found in this area, and I got to looking around on the map going, what's the deal in here? Was there some pyramids in this area or just what? And I noticed this very interesting land geographic feature here that drew me in. So I'll have to investigate around here. I'm not going to do it online with you guys now, but this is the little town where some of these crazy piedras came from. A piedras is a rock or a stone. So I'm going to play this. It's 14 minutes long, and there's just music in the background for it. I'll make a few commentaries on it as it's going because it's really quite interesting. Absolutely amazing stuff that's coming out of this area. Okay, so I'm going to play that and let you guys watch, and then I'll make a few comments about it. Okay, I'm going to put myself in the corner. I'm going to stand in the corner and stay out of the way. Here we go. All right. Nice space outfit for this being here. It even shows it kind of looks like wings on here as well. And this one's holding something up to like it's an offering. If I had to guess, this stuff, some of it looks like jade, some of it looks like stone, some of it looks like abalone shells that are kind of shiny. Now this one, look at this alien. Very, very fine detail. It's got a whole box of these artifacts that have come out of this area. Okay. Wow. Some really crazy visitors to this area in the past, it seems. And it looks like they were living in this area as well. I want to bring up that even north of here, up near Copper Canyon, Lloyd Pye pointed out that a young girl had found a skeleton that was very unusual inside of a cave, and it turned out to have a cranial structure somewhat elongated like this. Look at some of the details on the back here. And the relationship to serpent edifices. That's quite interesting. You know, I'm going to look and see what the quality is. It looks like it's on low quality. I'm going to try and turn this up for you guys just a little bit here. Oh, it doesn't go any higher, sorry. That's it. Okay. Here's a, looks like a blade. Looks like they're using it to decapitate somebody there. Oh, that's real happy. There's some very fine detail. I can't tell if this is a rock or a clay piece, what that is exactly. Very fine detail. Here's that being holding something up again with the wings. Quite interesting. Not the best camera work there, I know, so sorry about that. But I would say these are probably some locals who came across these artifacts and they're looking for some way to share them, put them in a museum, do whatever, but they're probably not showing their faces for very good reason. And the other thing I want to bring up about these kind of artifacts that you're seeing here, I've been to some of the museums here in Mexico, and I've not seen pictures like this, okay, of alien artifacts mixed with spaceships and such, like I'm seeing here, okay? So for some reason, these ones are not the type that you're finding in the museums around. So this is why it caught my attention. There's some beautiful work there. Can't tell what that material is. It almost looks like a metallic or quartz background. Very fine symbology. Here's another elongated head alien. They seem to have a lot of those in this area, and they're always detailed on the back. Very interesting pictures on the back here. It's like their personal stories or something, or an encounter with another vessel or another race. Oh, that's a nice blade right there. Look at that. It looks like two different colors of stone put together to make that. Can't really tell. Looks like red ochre almost. Not quite sure what the... Oh, there's two different size miniature elongated head aliens. Very, very detailed. Look at the detail on that. Looks like it's almost got a hole in it that was worn like a pendant. Wow, look at that detail. That is amazing. Another elongated head alien. How about that? Oh, those two must be cousins or something. Wow. What's he holding up there? He's offering something up to the ship. Looks like a gold nugget or something. I don't know. That's interesting. It has two holes in it. Looks like it's worn like a breastplate or something. Or some sort of hanging edifice with those two holes in the sides, like an apron almost. Oh, that looks like a whistle. Or a bird whistle or a dinosaur whistle or something. I don't know what that is. Wow. That is crazy. Look, oh, it looks like a lid or a cover for something, for a little box. Another alien head. Look at those eyes. Wow. Now that looks like an abalone shell to me. Kind of shiny. Didn't get very good focus on that one. Wow, look at that. Definitely not human. Not quite sure what that big rock is. Looks like it's got some interesting carving on it. I guess we're not going to see. Wow, that looks very detailed. I think that would take some analysis to figure out what else is going on that one. Oh, look at all the good stuff left in the box. Okay. That looks like a pendant or a cutting device of some sort with a hole in it. Very crazy with a UFO on there. I guess we shouldn't call them UFOs anymore. These are alien craft. There's another one on the back. Wow. Not quite sure if that's a space traveler hanging out of the vessel or just what that was. Wow, that's trippy. See the little holes in there, right here and right there? It looks like it's for holding it somehow or putting a string through there. I don't know what that is. Same with that one right there on the table right there. Whoa. You know, I have to say, I've always been kind of more of a theoretician. I'm not really a stones and bones kind of person, but when I saw this stuff, I was like, wow, this is the stuff we were looking for the Anunnaki series, to see the connection with the Anunnaki and the aliens here in Mesoamerica. And I think this is like a gold cache right here. Look at this, clearly in a spacesuit with an alien. sure what that is. It looks like an alien head. Wow, look at the sophistication on the back. That's an interesting edifice or symbol on the forehead. Wow. Another one. Jeez, don't they have any regular statues in here? Regular ancient Mexicans? I don't think so. That looks like they're all aliens. Wow, that's quite a blade right there. Very impressive. Doesn't look functional, it looks more ceremonial. Well, I don't know. There's some sort of hook mechanism in there of some sort. Maybe it was for a longer handle, I'm not sure. It's interesting. Shaman Paulino had several edifices shown made out of jade, so I don't know where they were getting jade around here. Well, that's clearly alien. Look at that. It's interesting, the alien pictures along with the Aztec type symbols, they're mixed there. Well, that's kind of a trip, whatever that is. Got holes in his head right there. Must be his ear, okay. Wow, can you imagine finding some of this stuff? This is not the first time I've seen something that looks like a crocodile that they've been depicting. Something maybe connected to their race somehow. Oh, there's the being offering something up again with the wings. We've seen this multiple times. How about that? Maybe it's their liaison from the Aztec or the Olmec or the Mayan race that was here. And if it was anybody that was their connection, it'd be Quetzalcoatl. That's pretty amazing. That looks like stone. Wow, look at that. Clearly a giant holding a small one in a UFO. That's why. Look at this one with wings and speaking, saying something. Wow, that's a trip. Another long-skulled alien with, it's interesting the eyes are so elongated like that. But some of the skulls that we're going to look at here in a minute have very round eye orbits versus elongated like that. Oh, that's interesting, a mask in front of that one. Wow, look at that, there's a mushroom in the back. How about that? That's the alien Ongo right there. Looking through its portal. Okay, we're almost done with these then. I'm going to show you one last thing and do some correlation and be done. Oh, this one's quite interesting. It's kind of a different color and it's got its hands up. Maybe even female compared to the other ones, I'm not sure. Taking a dump right there. Pooped out a UFO. Good job. No, kidding. Well, that one's very interesting. Wow. Look at the sophistication on that one. Wow. That is unbelievable. That is really something. I'm not sure what that's made of, but it looks like it was very hard stone. We're almost done here. Wow, look at the size of that one. A lot of geometry. Alien face, looks like it's outfit. That must be the top alien dog right there. They have such a big one. Wow, it'll take a while to decode everything on the back of that one. That is really something. That one's really detailed, really nice. Look at that. There's that same edifice of that being offering something up to the UFO. It's like multiple times we've seen that picture. Wow, playing some didgeridoo in the background with this. They must be cool Mexicans. Wow, check that out. That is really something. Look at that. Looks like it had holes in it for hanging in like a necklace or something, or a pendant. I don't know. That's really amazing. It almost looks like scrimshaw work in a way, like they do on bones. Wow, look at that. Even showing planets, how about that? That'd be worth analyzing right there. 1, 2, that's clearly Saturn. One of them was Saturn. Can't quite make what this out. Looks like some sort of dragon or winged thing that he's riding. I can't quite tell. Winged serpent. That's interesting. The alien head with the tongue coming out's an alien. It's interesting. That almost looks like a spearhead of some sort of gouging device or something. I'm not quite sure what that is. Looks like a big arrowhead. Maybe worn as a necklace. It's big. Oh, another alien head. That's pretty neat. Okay, so I'm going to stop that right there. And this next one I want to go over is a video from Brian Forrester. He's been following the results of these Paracas skulls for about several years. Whoops. Okay, I'm going to turn the audio off on this one. I don't think we need to hear it.
La primera red social de ayuda altruista a través del pensamiento.
I'm not sure where it's coming from. Anyway, what I want you to do is see this skull.
Es un canalizador y también
and see if that looks normal to you. Actually, I'm gonna hold on a second. Let me turn this other one off. I gotta stop this so we can see this. Let's go back. Okay, what I want you to see on this skull is clearly, if they were using any kind of binding to create this, that you can usually tell. And this particular one, it's got no mid-sagittal suture right here. That's probably the most important part right here, is to see that it's not built like a human skull. So that's why I wanted to show that to you. So anyway, I'm going back to these absolutely incredible piedras or stones that are being shown around. Now you start to see some of the same pictographs and stylization that you see here that you saw on the ones from this little town, okay, this little area, Ojuelos de Jalisco. So I'm really interested to see one of these actual bodies. But for me, it's pretty clear that the real question right now is not so much about are these real bodies, are they here? Clearly, the ancestral people of this area were having contacts with aliens, okay? And the question is, what was the relationship between, especially their leader, like Quetzalcoatl, and these beings? You know, did Quetzalcoatl have a civilization and have this, and all of a sudden started having alien visitations, and they had to deal with the issue because they were going after similar resources? I think that's highly probable. And I think it's also possible that some of the beings may have already been on the planet, some of these alien races, when the Anunnaki came. And I want to clarify that Thoth Quetzalcoatl is an ancient Atlantean who is tied clearly to the Anunnaki. So so the relationship that I explored about all of this had to do with a threat briefing analysis that I did, where it clearly pointed out several of the alien races and how they were related. And the bottom line that I came to was that the Anunnaki, including those like Thoth Quetzalcoatl and Marduk and Enlil and Enki, they were at the very highest level of the Anunnaki hierarchy. And below them, they had relationships with other races, according to the threat briefing, two of which were the alien Greys and the Draco. So I believe these are probably indications of those relationships that go way back farther than we ever knew. So I don't want to spend too much more time on this, but I do want to tell you that at some point I'm going to go and have direct contact with some of these artifacts, these stones, and some of these edifices related to this particular story, the relationship of the Mayans and the Aztecs to these ancient beings that we're now finding bodies to. So this has been Gerald Clark with 7 Planet Broadcasting, and I hope you enjoyed this alien encounter south of the border. We'll talk to you next time.